I need to cool down. I need to drink some cold. Oh, it's hot as hell in Canada today. Golly. We'll try to connect. There we go. Good. Why is it sizzle? That's so weird. It's not like it has citrus in it or like some sort of carbon in it. Weird. Alrighty. Boom. Saints Row. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Your boy, fucked up a little bit. I should have uploaded a video to the GRINN channel with our old streams, but because trying to wrap up the book, trying to also play these games and have an understanding of what I could provide with them, didn't do that. So it'll be a little bit of a spammy Tuesday with these videos going up then as well. Ugh. Also, tomorrow we will be playing with the new class within Wonderland, of course. Really messing with that. But today, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a lot about the absolute brilliance of Tower of Fantasy. And I don't know what people are saying about it. I imagine it's positive. I imagine it's a lot of people actually playing something else that is very, very interesting. But I wanted to talk about the benefits of Tower of Fantasy first, just like the fact that I am so happy with the game. Person popped my stream yesterday, and I had the same feeling as me, so I was happy that I wasn't the only one. But it was like, it felt like this was the game that was aiming at the same things that I most want, the things I most like in games. So, needless to say, I was like, okay, we're cooking with Tower of Fantasy. But before we get too ahead of the positives, although I'm massively on the positive side of things, I still notice that there's some trends that may just be like they have to be in the gacha system at the end. But I have noticed that if you just dedicate a couple, you basically need to dedicate like 5 minutes, maybe less, to burning your resin, and then that's it. You're basically done. But what do you call it? If you want something more, maybe, or anything like that, it doesn't seem like. Well, my worry is that basically what happens when you're done consuming the exploration, the quests, and things like that. Like I don't know if they even have an end game. I don't know if anyone's commented about that. I would hope somebody knows about that. That'd be interesting. But I think the end game is spending a resin, which if the resin is only 5 seconds to do, then what's the point? And as much as the wishes are great, and it's insane in comparison to Genshin how good the wishes are in terms of getting them. But what happens when it's like fast forward a month? What happens when everyone has slowly picked away and gotten all the gems? What happens then? Like dailies, and the other thing takes like maybe 10 minutes to do, if that. So is there an end game? Is there like a way to grind money that's kind of like low, like a diminishing returns kind of thing, but still you can dedicate a little bit of time to doing it? That's my only little criticism / worry. And I don't know, maybe again, I'm level 24 right now. I think it's level 70 is the max, so I'm still pretty far away from it all. But I'm also curious to see if anyone's encountered the end game, and if there is an end game. You think in an MMO they'd have to do something end game wise. Also, there could be events, which could be, in a sense, our end game. So there's a lot of stuff that could happen with Tower of Fantasy that are positive in that regard, but that is the worry that I'm seeing right now, is I haven't seen a lot of like instantly replayable things. I don't know if they're like each dungeon resets every week to get you to like do it again to get some rewards. I don't know about that. But, yeah, also, we played the absolute hell yesterday out of, Cult of the Lamb. Man, I am really in a place where, like, I am kind of frustrated. Both of these games are incredibly good and worth your time. Tower of Fantasy and, of course, Cult of the Lamb. But so many games. And then next Thursday, I believe, is when Saints Row is coming out. So it's just like, man, what is, like, I know these are, like, assigned ahead of time, but Jesus Christ, does it feel like you're not able to, like, I'm worried I'm not going to be able to play the hell out of Cult of the Lamb and Tower of Fantasy sufficiently. Now, granted, I think the better horse, well, no, both of them are pretty good horses to bet on, because they both seem like they're going to be continually procedurally updated games, so if you like both, you're going to be happy, and maybe that's the reason why you should just chill out, because eventually, you'll have time. Tower of Fantasy will dry up, and we can focus on Cult of the Lamb. But I definitely find myself being a little ripped apart right now. I'm not quite sure what to do with everything. Besides, I'm not really even trying to do it. I'm just worried for whenever I do get into the swing of things. I shouldn't say I'm worried. I know I'm gonna be able to give you guys some cool videos. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to do them as cool as I want. You know, to do justice to each game. Because I'm not sure if I'm the kind of guy who likes to play 2 games at once. I know a lot of people do. Oh my god, I forgot to zoom in. Let me zoom in. What is good? Lone Syndicate and Sekedy. Sekedy says, peace? Like peace as you're leaving? Or peace as you just arrived? I don't know. Sekedy, have you given Tower of Fantasy a whirl? I know it's not on console, but it is on your phone. Something. Something. Lone Syndicate says, what's up, Grim? What's good, Lone Syndicate? How has your day been? I just finished rambling a little bit. Peace, I'm here. That's say weird. Like, what is good, my dudes, as you enter the room? But I was going to say, I just talked a little bit about Tower Fantasy, just rambling by myself. But, what do you call it? I'm interested. I like Tower Fantasy a lot. I think it's great. I'm very much on the happiness part of it. Like, I'm enjoying the shit out of it. It's to me, it's aiming in the direction where I wanted Genshin to go, I think. But I really want to ask people who are like deep at endgame in Tower Fantasy to know, or not to know. I want to know if there's an endgame for that game, because I already can see the writing on the wall of like what happens when I do all of the dungeons, what happens when I do all the quests, what happens when I do all this stuff. Like, is there anything procedurally to do? Because right now the daily like resettable stuff like resin and your dailies takes 5 minutes to do. Like I think it's less time. It takes less time to do those than Genshin. But yeah, who knows? Again, I'm wondering what the end game of that game is going to be. Tower Fantasy, and yeah, and then of course Cult of the Lamb is just lovely. Cult of the Lamb is just it's a game that I can see so many people just getting such a good time out of, especially if you like games like it, like Binding of Isaac, or you know, for Animal Crossing. That's what it's called. Whiskey 00 says, Blight Caller dropped yesterday. Wait, 2 days ago. No, I thought it dropped Thursday, I thought. Yeah, I thought it dropped Thursday, because that's when all of the special DLC things dropped. So yes, I did drop, but we also got Tower Fantasy dropping, 0, and we also had Cult of the Lamb. And those are brand new games instead of like a micro DLC expansion, which I know the class was going to be good, but it wasn't like, to me, I again, unless we get like a roadmap 0 of like a huge update to Wonderland, I'm in this state, and I'm not sure if you guys are in the same state who are like hardcore Wonderland players as well. Are you in a state of like, okay, are we going to need to start to settle into like, this is all we ever have, and we kind of just got to start to make content around that, the like lack thereof something else. You know, maybe we introduce mods, and then we can have a fun, goofy time of like rebalancing things, you know, whatever it could be. Or do we wait, and then, you know, Gearbox says, okay, here's Wonderlands 2.0, we're going to adjust a bunch of stuff, we're going to actually have an actual DLC content, or something. I don't know. But I do know I'm excited to get into that class. We're going to be covering that tomorrow, 0, because that's our gaming kind of stream day. So we're going to be playing that new class in Wonderland's tomorrow stream. I think we're going to throw it on our Graveborn kind of spell shot comp, because I think that I want to test what it's going to be with Graveborn and the Spore Warden, see how that can play. I think it could be fun. Also, it's weird that we haven't got a level cap in Wonderlands yet. Yeah, they would have dropped in Borderlands 3, they dropped 3 level increases in like 1 year or something, I think. So like we're due, I think. A second says, I'm playing it on PC. You didn't like it, really? That's the problem. Is it because of the clicking the mouse? Interesting. I haven't seen that as a consistent thread of like people who like Genshin who don't like it doesn't translate. You know what I mean? But that's the first I've heard of that. Interesting. Lone Syndicate says, how are you today? I'm doing pretty good, Lone Syndicate. I did a little bit of my book. I did a lot of my book, actually. In fact, I wish I'd done more. But did a little more of my book. Grinded my dailies in Tower Fantasy. And yes. So that was literally waking up 8 a.m. Grind book. It is an hour before the stream. Do dailies. Oh my god, that took 5 seconds. Ooh, I probably should. Okay. And then I'm getting back into it. What is it, Sting? Sting says, hello, Sting. How are you? How was your Saturday or Sunday, maybe? Time zone weirdness is. 0 says, yeah, Thursday, 2 days ago. Saggy says, been playing Multiverse with and Genshin. Okay, interesting. So like a Smash Bros. I've heard nothing but good things from Multiverse. There is too many good games to play right now. There's Call of Lamb, Multiverse, Tower Fantasy for some. Genshin has a huge update coming. We have Saints Row coming out. Like again, it's the thing that pisses me off so much. And every year it's always the same. And I think it has to be not true that you releasing your game at like these specific times where marketers are like, no, you have to make it to this specific time. This is where it's going to sell the most. This is where the data shows. I think the data can also be absolutely batshit. And games like For Honor, like there's so many good examples of a game that like probably shouldn't have had as much of a momentum boost that it should have, but because it released when there was nothing fucking happening, and we have like a cultivation and ecosystem of content creators that are ravenous and want anything to do and want anything to like make a subject of a video so that it's easier to make ideas for. And instead people are still thinking that like you have to release your game at like the specific like hot button summertime, wintertime lineup things, and it's just silly because we're just all of it gets just shoved under the rug, you know, and then it's $2 on Steam and you functionally shit the bed. Anyway, sorry, years of this bullshittery. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe it's like this is the best chance you could have. I fucking think that's lunacy. But anyway, wasn't my type of fantasy. Oh, okay. So you like the fantasy, like magic more than like techno kind of punk rock? Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. There's some husbandos in there though, Secretary. So you're missing out on that front a little bit. Also, ladies and gentlemen, people who are playing Tower Fantasy, we're gonna be asking this question throughout the stream. Hopefully, random people, come on in. What should I do in Tower Fantasy? Should I spend my wishes? I've gotten the Welkin equivalent to that now. Should I spend my currency on one, Nemesis, which is supposedly like, well, first of all, iconic in the game. She is like in Genshin. It's like I think it's like getting the sister to the Traveler. It'd be like getting her equivalent or the brother or whatever. She's like a main pulling point to the story, so she's important. So to be able to get her, pretty dope. But also her weapon, pretty sick. It's like these giant fucking ion cannons. You're just doing this as like cannons are like flying around and shooting shit. It's wicked. It's wicked. Like drones on the side shooting guns, crazy. But people keep saying that like, oh, in order to get Nemesis, if you get her if you get two Nemesis essentially, you're crushing it. Like you just get so much value. She becomes like a DPS and a healer. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Is she as cracked as everyone says if you have C2, or do you have to, or is she just good with like one copy? Because there's apparently a character coming down the pipeline. We don't know if it's going to be like the next limited banner. I would be surprised if they did that, because then they would have two back-to-back banners kind of weirdly spread out. It makes sense if there's like another cult favorite like waifu, but yes. Because I don't know if, has anyone gotten the like general lady, like the girl who has the, like the general hat, she has the big ass katana sword. Has anyone gotten her? I don't even know if she's on the standard banner. But anyways, I need help choosing whether we go for Nemesis, current thing that people say she's cracked, or the new like DLC test play version of her, which is like this other person who's like similar to her, but I think she's more DPS focused. And also has like a really cool kit. But I don't know. I don't know if we should wait or go. Richie says, GRINN here. What is that? What is that? Let me do this. What is it, Ashley? Let me know what it is. I can't determine what the title of that is yet. What is it? If you tell me what it is, I'll do it. Sting says, I'm good. I did spend time with my daughter. Oh, that's lovely, Sting. That's wonderful. Yeah. Good family time is amazing. Especially really important, especially now. Sexy says, I saw a few, not a lot, like my Genshin boy. Wow, I feel like you give it a minute, Secondly. You'll be surprised. Because a lot of the characters in that game, to me, man, are wicked. Like, what do you call it? There are not only like like completely altering weapons, but like they're changing their body mass and like the way the character generally looks. Like every character in Genshin has to fall within 3 body limits or body kind of configs. In this game, all strings are on it, like everything's crazy. Everyone's not on the same body spectrum at all. Everyone has like crazy dimensions and like weird structure and shit. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Zeki says, not as cute and adorable as Scaramouche or Batman as Diluc yet. Yet. But the fact that you could literally like turn into a different kind of beast, like it's not even like in Genshin again, like Scaramouche still like the child body type with a giant sombrero hat. With that being said, though, Scaramouche is actually one of the rare ones who actually has like a pretty big alteration to his model. Like has a circular hat, etc., etc. But what do you call it? In that game, or in Tower of Fantasy, it's like no. That's just like every character's fucking crazy. Like it has a different like UI, or like not UI, but different texture box, etc. Wild. Minecraft says it's a link. No, I know it's a link. I don't know what it's about. It's something special that involves Genshin. I don't want. Okay, well, I'm not sure if we should do that then, Richie. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I thought it was like something relevant to Tower of Fantasy, whatnot. Maybe it is also. I'm gonna react to it, but I can't. I'm not gonna show it because I'm terrified. Also, no, not what I want to do. What is the button? This one? There it is. Let's look at it. Copy link. Back out. Do it up, and posting that in the new browser link. Fire off. Go. What is this about? Oh no, this is the okay. This is the Genshin like special trailer type thing. Gotcha. Okay, that's what you're saying. You could have specified that. I thought you were sending me like a random Tower of Fall, something special involving Genshin. We'll loop this, sure. We'll throw that in the background. Good B-roll. Stop it.
Because her
There we go.
consciousness is
Take off
directly
this.
connected to it.
To the people of Samaria,
Why am I not muted? There we go. It's a little bit loud. Let's go back. I'm not hearing it. So no, I'm tiny me. I'm tiny me. There we go. Sorry. It's something to do with Dendro. Oh, are we getting a free version of her? Is that what I think I've seen a title of somebody's channel that had that? I mean, the game looks gorgeous, man. Game looks gorgeous again. Looks good again. My biggest thing is that like I know I like the game when there's stuff to do, but when you're sitting there, when you've already explored everything, a month later, you're like, well, I feel hollow and this was a meaningless endeavor. You know, none of my grind, nor artifacts, nor whatever has meaning. Now, this could be absolutely fire. I can't hear it and I can't react to it because I'm not sure. We could do it. I feel like I want to experience this when I'm with headphones and I'm just soaking it all in, etc. But thank you, Ashley. Also, I'm still waiting till I can do more story with Tower of Fantasy. I'm level 30 so far with 1 king and 2 Shiro. Oh golly, man, everyone's popping off. We're gonna do some polls probably on Tuesday because I'm gonna save them until then. But goddamn, y'all be getting after it. I've gotten in my I re-rolled literally 30 times, and in my 30 times of re-rolling, I got 2 dupes. Or 2 SSRs in my 30 polls, which one of them is guaranteed. So it's just like in the first 20 polls, you want to get an SSR, and then you're good, essentially. I've been wishing on Nemesis, pennies, but still nothing. Nothing. So some of y'all being like, I got fucking 16 SSRs, or like you said 4. You said 4 SSRs, and I was like, what? I also got Nemesis, which I was just like, fucking what? What? Richie says, also, I'm still, oh, wait, we're waiting to do that. Correct, 3 Shiros. Correction, 3 Shiros. Did you just pull another one? Golly, who's Shiro again? Oh, no, Richie, really? If I'm not mistaken, Shiro is like one of the best characters in the game. Maybe. Is it the gun girl? Because the gun girl people were saying is insane, and I could absolutely see how that is if you just play her like for 2 seconds. You literally can aim, you have range damage, you have crazy AoE. It's just like, oh, well, that's a stack deck, you know? You can also put like down a giant grid. Wild. Also, she looks awesome as a character, you know? Just a double victory. Lone Syndicate says, also, Grin, I got my first SSR, and it was Huma, the shield axe girl. Yeah, man, she's interesting. She's not bad. She's kind of fun. But I keep seeing people. It's not even close, guys. Like, it is insane. Especially like considering like even a comparison point for Genshin. All of it. There is a dude who is like, he looks like he's from a technological post-apocalyptic like desert being, whatever. But he has a cube. And I don't know if it's like you need to get like 15 copies of him or if you just get him on copy 1. But he literally has like he's literally has like 15 giant like orbiting rocks that are gigantic and look bright as hell and gorgeous. And they're circling around him like he's the fucking sun. And I'm so jealous. I as much as I know Scythe Guy is great, I know Gun Girl is cracked, I might need to just bite the bullet and go with the guy, the cube guy, because it just looks like nothing is even close to looking as sick as that, and it sucks. But if I like, so here's the thing. This is what I need you guys to help me with. I need you guys, come here, please. If I do go, because we're getting a free SSR, if I do go for what's his name, the cube guy, I functionally have a tank, a DPS, sure. With the Claymore girl that I have Cube Guy, and then I'm not sure if I should go for Nemesis then. So like if I am going for Cube Guy, do I want another support? Or is Nemesis only a support when you get her at max or Constellation 2? I don't know. Part of me, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Nemesis looks so cool though. How are the cards? I guess granted, when it comes to that, we don't really get a choice. So hopefully next stream we'll get, if we can just pull the cube guy, or pull the gun girl, or pull the side. I kind of want the gun girl. I already got a good melee weapon with the Claymore girl, even though I'd rather the side because it looks so cool. But yeah, gun girl, feel like it's just an absolute win, you know? But if I get cube guy, then I could just pick the gun girl. Easy peasy. Also, the fact that you can specifically snipe a 5-star character. Do you know how many people, when we were playing Genshin, were like, Mahoyo, maybe for playing the game for a whole ass year with the most crazy sales that anyone's ever seen, with incredible success, all that, maybe they would give us a free 5-star character. And then in the first week, or the first launch of this game, they're like, you can pick from whomever you want in the first week because we got them to like, what is it? The third, we got a couple 100 million people sign up to play the game, a free game. Wasn't like they spent a bunch of money to like get a certain amount of value to where they're like, yeah, here's a penny back. No, you just log the fuck in. It's off to a good start. Could still shit the bed, but very excited with the like, hey, we're gonna give you back some of it, you know? Sega says, my character looked nice, but nah, not my thing. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, at least you can design a character. That's also fun. Also, I don't know if I should spend my currency yet on a gender reroll thing, because I accidentally misclicked one time when I was doing one of my rerolls, and I picked a woman character, etc. And I like to, I guess, do whatever you guys want, but I enjoy playing the dude character. Like, it's kind of fucking weird role-play nonsense. But I need to do a gender thing, like switch, but I don't know. You think they'll give us that in not DLC, but like an event maybe? Because I don't want to spend the 300 dark primo gems essentially to get that. So I'm kind of like, ugh. Also, I kind of rushed through the character creator for my woman, so she looks rough, simply put. Also, Lone Skin says, also Grin, I uploaded my art work to the art tab, and maybe you could click on it if you have some downtime. So yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Yeah. Shiro's Disc Throw is also good, Ashley. I think she's good with the crazy AoE, but also any character that like you can get multiple copies of. Also, it's hilarious. that like people are getting like, again, within week 1 you have 3 of a standard banner character. That's insane. And they also become pretty nuts. Now granted, I don't know if anyone could reply to this. Is there a limit to how much you can get of copies of characters? So like in Genshin, it's Constellation 7. It's like you need 1 character and then you need 6 more to get constellations. So is there like 15 in the game to offset the like generosity of the characters being able to be acquired, or what? Or is it going to be like, no, they're really generous, but there's definitely going to be power creep within the game. But if you're just playing and you maybe have a welcome moon, you'll be able to chew through it essentially. But I don't know. Sting says, by the way, my IG name is that. I sent you a quest after the last show. Okay, bro. Yeah. Well, next time we play Genshin, which I don't know when it's gonna be, Sting. What do you call it? We'll I'll accept. Hopefully, you'll be there. If you just for long as we're playing Genshin, I'll just accept and we'll run it. Yes. But whenever I play a game, I'm usually either like playing it to prep for a video or I'm streaming. And if I'm streaming, then we can absolutely just jump on and play, etc. Rich says, King's the burning scythe. Lone Syndicate says, Shiro, yeah, honestly, Rich, your characters sound awesome. You have a scythe guy for like close quarters DPS, and you have crazy AoE with the one girl. That's awesome. Also, a lot of the purples give you like healing, purple weapons, so you can like use that to your advantage. Shiro is the circle blade girl. Sumer is the dual pistol person. What was your first? Oh wait, you got the axe person as your first axe. Dude, I re-rolled so many times. I feel like she has a higher chance to be dropped because there's so many copies of the axe girl, and maybe that's for the better. Like maybe there's a reason why. Like no, guys, a tank on your team will be incredibly valuable. Like it'll be helpful to your overall team because I feel like some people might try to do like not co-op playing that game, and it seems like that's going to be an intrinsic part of it. I will say my other SSR, oh sorry, I rerolled 3 times. My other account, I have 2 accounts that had 2 people on them, and one of them was I think it was Axe Girl and Spinny Disc Girl, so a spinny weapon, circle weapon person. She seemed awesome, but yeah, didn't pick. Don't think it says Shiro is that person. Zero is like the best support in the game, so you in luck, Grin. Zero, like the crow guy. Yeah, I know, man. People were shitting on him. People were saying he's not that good. Did he get a buff before the beta went live? Because yeah, people were like not hyping him up that much, and then people were like, "Oh fuck, he's great. I love it. I hope he, like a character that looks that sick. Oh my god, please make him so that he's a consistent member of the team." You know. Then again, you can always look away and then use different characters' abilities, which is dope. Richie says, if you get absolute 0, she's the best healer. Who's? Oh yeah, that's the wizard, right? Like the weird wizard person. Or is she the like medic? Like, literally looks like a medic, like a nurse. Also, there's a frost bot that can just one-hit you. Oh no, what? Lone Syndicate says Nemesis is a DPS and a support Grin. She also has her own resonance, which increases voltage damage. Oh, okay, that's helpful to know. What do you think, Lone Syndicate? What do you think I should do? Do you think I should get and try to aim for Nemesis, or do you think I should save my limited currency, banner currency, for whatever comes next? But the thing that I think is also fucking myself up as well as many other people is we don't know what the next banner is going to be necessarily. I don't think so. People are speculating it's going to be this beta test like person that they've been testing in the beta for a while, but it couldn't. It could be like a different off-banner character. Also, does anybody know if in Tower Fantasy, if the general girl with the giant like burning sword, if she is in the standard banner? I don't think she's in there yet. I am guessing around 4 mil for the pre-reg. Last I saw it, but it's most likely gone higher. Oh, like for registers, yeah. Well, they reached like the third biggest like third highest app in the App Store or something like that. So they gave people like a bunch of, they gave people for reaching that level, they just gave 10 Primo Gems or like 10 wishes, straight up wishes. And you're like, oh shit, okay, temple, thank you. It's pretty cool. I will say though, I'm wondering, I want to see what their events look like, because if their events are like even remotely as generous as the world is, then that could be very, very viable. Like it might just be good if like, yeah. Also, I'm curious to see if how grindy they're gonna make their events, if there are events, which I feel like there has to be in a game like this, like an MMO. Oh, the best part, I got both King and Shiro in one temple. That's amazing. Nice, man. Yeah, those are great characters. Oh yeah, you showed you showed it on the Discord, I thought, Ashley, or somebody had like a crazy good poll. Maybe it was just one legendary and 4 like purples, which was good too. So you can get more than 1 SSR in a temple. Yeah. Well, also it's insane because you could do what Ashley just did, which is get 2 SSR characters in 1 10 pull, and then if you're at like 79, if you go over, then you're like, he doesn't reset the pity. That's the nuts thing. So you can get 3 in like 1 run, which is absurd, you know. Unlikely as hell, but it can happen. In Genshin, no. Well, it can happen. It's still like crazy, but like at least the fact that pity doesn't reset is huge. Although I don't understand one thing. What's going on with the limited banner and you wishing on the limited banner and you get like these tickets? I know that there's like a system in the game that if you wish enough on a banner and maybe you lose the 50-50, I think if you just go like 30 more into the banner, you have sufficient cards or like sufficient scraps essentially to then just buy a weapon banner thing. But I heard somewhere where people said that no, your scraps, your like fragments of wishing on a limited banner get reset by the next banner. So is it like, oh, you need to really go gung-ho, and is it just like a way to get 2 copies of a character? So if you're going halfway in there and you still come out not lucky, could you just do the thing? Because if they reset, that's shitty, but if they don't reset, that's huge. That means you're basically functionally like inevitably gonna get a 5-star regardless, or an SSR consistently, which if that's the case, they have to kind of do a power creep thing, because that's just an insane turnover rate for high value characters. But this is the other thing, this thing I'm not sure if it's just different, but there's a different thing where like you're eventually gonna get like the best artifacts you could ever want, and there's no variability yet in that, but there is variability in your gear. So like you have like various tech pieces on your character that can have RNG, and those like special RNG pieces will be what you equip on your like healer versus your DPS. So it's just like a different artifact location, but then you also still need artifacts. So you need like artifacts, and you need this other upgrade stuff. But yeah. I think you should try and get Nemesis, because she could be a character that is future-proofed when you think about... Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true, DPS, and you could always get another copy, and they'll be like, now I got a fucking god-tier healer. Also, she's just fun to play. It's true. What are you going to do, Lone Syndicate? I'm curious. Not spend money on the game, but yeah. Richie says, I'm pretty sure whatever pulls you've done carry over to the next event banner. Is it the next limited banner though? Like the next character on the 1 banner, will that carry over? I know the pulls carry over. Yes, you're right about that. So if I don't get 80, pity carries over to the limited banner. So if on the limited banner, like it's going on right now, and the 80th pull, we're guaranteed getting the SSR or an SSR. But if you wait to go to the next banner, then you do. I don't know if there's guaranteed pity or if 80 is guaranteed the standard banner. I think there's still a 50-50 like switch, but I could be wrong on that. Lone Singlet says, also, if you haven't already redeemed there are some codes. I love Tower Fantasy. Ooh, Lone Syndicate, could you slap those in the Discord? If, yeah. Fluff uploaded 3. That seems like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Fluff uploaded like 3, and I used those ones, and those worked. So if you could slap those in the Genshin tab, and if you could at me as well, so I don't lose track of that, because that's one of those things where I'll like go off in La La Land and be like, fuck, I forgot to redeem them. Nemesis, please. Richie says also the tokens that reset go to the normal. Oh, at least there's that. That's something. So they're really incentivizing you just to spend it. So like if you have tokens, burn it. How many wishes, Richie, do you need to do in order to be able to get the sufficient thing? Like so how many wishes do you need to wish in the limited banner to get sufficient crystals or like fragments to then get the character guaranteed? Is it like 100 and well, it would have to be more than 80, I think. So it'd have to be like 80 and something, or maybe also they could do that within events. That's pretty cool. They could give you fragments in like certain events maybe that come down the pipeline. That's not confirmed. I'm just thinking that's something that's a way they could gamify it to be like, hey, if you're able to make it to through like the hardest part of this end game activity, you'll get a payoff, you know. Those weapons look beautiful. Also, let me take a quick hot minute break. Wait about this. Let's go look at Lone Syndicate's gorgeous art. I have yet to look at it. But sometimes there's some things in the art tab that are a little risque. So we're gonna go ahead, not risque, it's just like, it is a side profile of cheeks, you know? That's it. And it's like, alright, Twitch, calm down. Ooh, Fluff, what do you call it? Nanny drawn, looking gorgeous. Thick ass thighs, golly. That's horrible turnout, Nanny. Goddamn legs are doing this in this silhouette. Fucking feet gonna be jacked up. Thick as hell. Booba. Great progression. Volleyball spike. Clean, Nanny. Good, solid thing. Oh, here we go. Oh, god damn it. Okay. They're eating sushi. The one that's eating sushi looks quite hilarious. It's very funny. Her eyes look like she's like, this is my favorite fucking shit ever, man. No, it looks great, Lone Syndicate. I want Lone Syndicate. Oh, so this is your project. I see. So you were given a project to do some anime people, so then you drew it. Nice. You know, I think it looks awesome. The shading looks interesting. The shading with the brown looks yeah, it looks good. I wonder why it's black up here and then there's like a sharp line. Is it? Oh, it's probably to simulate lighting. I see. Yeah, Lone Syndicate. I want an update on the on your project whenever you do a project on the sketch online. Also, I can show you this one. Where is it? This. Maybe this is a better one. This is Lone Syndicate's art. People are more talented than I could ever be when it comes to art. I have no art talent, so very, very cool. But yeah, see, there's a sharp line here. I guess it's meant to be showing like lighting and whatnot. But very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yes, keep going. Absolutely buck wild. I will say though, I'm very excited to see how everything else, because I think it's, again, drawing with pencil and like all that stuff is very, I don't know, like to say like you need an ungodly amount, not even of patience, but of like, yeah, it just seems like it's kind of really easy to be messy, and yeah, like I don't know, that's why to me, like when you're doing it on a sketch pad, it could just be nuts. Like the value of being able to reset, the value of being able to relayer things, all just seems like impossibly useful. So yeah, as much as I love the updates always, but I cannot wait to see what you create on that digital pad, because that's going to be that tablet is what I'm trying to say. That's going to be huge, absolutely massive. Also, Fluff, you missed our chat about people convincing me to either wish for Nemesis or not. Here's my predicament, Knob and Fluff. Hello. Also, here's my predicament. Nemesis is on the standard banner. I've seen gameplay of Zero, aka coolest looking character in the game, aka Cube Man. It's not even close. Cube Man looks ungodly cool. He's literally sitting there with a fucking orbiting solar system around him. He looks unbelievably sick. Also, I don't know if he got buffed, because people are saying he's like one of the best supports, which I heard people shit on him at the beginning of the launch of the game. And I said, fuck you, I'm gonna still get him, or hope to get him. Anyways, but I don't know what to do now. Because in my head, if I go for Nemesis, who is a DPS and then quickly can become a support if you have more constellations, is a DPS support person. But then there's also this character who I'm guaranteed gonna get because I just want him. He's also a support character. So do I wait for and also we have no confirmation that the next limited banner is going to be the beta test person that people are saying is going to be fucking nuts and cracked and very overpowered. So I don't know. Lone Syndicate made a good point where she's like, no, Nemesis I think is first at Constellation 0 DPS, and then she becomes a support. So yes, I feel like I want to hear what you guys say. I'm not going to stack that too much. Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa. Richie says also the tokens that reset go to the normal standard banner token. Yeah, that's cool. The standard banner tokens is nice, but I also feel like if you're hoping to get a character, you might that's actually really clever for them to be like those tokens. If you're close, you're just like fuck it, and you just tip over, and that's how they get. Also, like you already have a copy of a character, but you're like 2 away from like getting the thing. You're like, well, whatever, I could just, and then you wish and wish, maybe, yeah, you don't burn pity, so at least there's that, but yeah. Let's go Cloud. Cloud says 60 to 75 is soft pity, 90 is hard pity. Oh, in Tower Fantasy? Tower Fantasy it says 80. 80 is pity. Cloud? I might be wrong on that, but it shows, doesn't it show? I think it shows in the limited banner, it says like an 80th pull you're guaranteed to get. Or maybe I thought that's what it said. I know maybe that's what it says on the one banner, but not the limited banner. I don't know. Maybe that's what their thing. Oh, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's like there's no like pity essentially on the limited banner, but there is like shards, and like you're saying, maybe there's a 90th pity on the thing. I'm not sure. That's a yeah. I thought I could have sworn I remembered seeing like a thing there. Dub says I am on time as he steps out of the shadows, and I'm like, fuck. Hello, Nub, how are you? Jesus Christ, you were making no noise. You were really here the whole time? Jesus Christ. We love you, Nub. Also, we love you, Fluff. Fluff, we missed you yesterday's stream. We were playing Cult of the Lamb. It was an absolute riot. I really hope that when we play that game, though, I can totally see how that game is just going to be a very fun stream game. Because I can like name my cult members after you guys. When you guys start fucking getting out of line, I have to start like whispering shit in your ear and be like, don't leave the cult. Or I'll put you in the barracks and shit. We already got Lone Syndicate up in there. We got Beastie up in there. Crazy. In fact, I think, no, there's one person that was rebelling. But yeah, what a good game. Yeah, Cult of the Lamb. Highly should you guys feel like and also it has a roadmap of content. So if you like Don't Starve, probably a similar momentum kind of game. Richie says, I haven't spent a dime on Tower Fantasy. That's how you should keep it. Well, actually, I don't know. The whole Welcome Moon thing, I just got the Welcome Moon a couple of days ago. I'm going to open up all my chests, and we're going to wish on Tuesday. So I'm going to be holding back the whole week. Yeah, I'm level 27 or something. It is really not, like, it is really easy to level up in that game. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you're doing your dailies, you got the baseline experience, you good. Also burning the like resin. Because the time I show up is the right time to show. It's true. It's true for everybody. Granted, I will say, me riffing at the beginning when no one's here does give me an exorbitant amount of anxiety, but I'm used to it, so we're okay. Fluff says, okay, Gandalf. What happened? Why Gandalf? Oh, I see. No, I see. Numbers like saying, when I show up, it's the right time. Gotcha. A very Gandalf thing to say. Loadsingit says, update on that. I still don't know what I'm gonna draw. Just draw anything, man. Just draw anything. Draw like a generic anime person. Do those crazy sketches you were doing about like symmetry of like, you know, body structure, etc. That was not symmetry. Definitely not symmetry, but structural bodies, body things. I don't know, do my first digital masterpiece. Ooh, confidence. Number says, seeing as I don't play Genshin, I'll stay quiet. We're not talking about Genshin, we're talking about Tower Fantasy. Tower Fantasy. Free game, MMO type thing. I don't even like the game. Not to, like you said, don't like Genshin. My whole feed is filled with the game. Not Genshin, Tower Fantasy, so I'm assuming what you mean? Or you think the same thing? Or like, these are not different? Okay, so Fluff says, so, Nemesis and Zero both seem to be supports that heal after C1 or so. You can make it work with and without Nemesis. If her gameplay doesn't appeal to you, they don't save you red nucleus. Then don't save your red nucleus for the future limited banner. Well, dude, is there any sort of thing, Fluff, that there's like, like any sort of thing that's describing that there's going to be like what's the next limited banner character? Does anybody know? I know people are speculating that it's going to be that one person, and I'm like, if it is, I'm gonna be annoyed because I haven't seen. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll look at her gameplay. In fact, Fluff, if you've seen the one character that we're gonna be wishing for, the one that everyone says like don't wish because this character is gonna come down and you want her, she's gonna be able to carry you. Could you upload gameplay if you found it anywhere? If not, that's okay. But yeah, if I could see some gameplay of what she is rocking with, I could be like, okay, wait, I'm patient. I'm a patient man. I'm a patient man. It looks crazy as hell. I'll get my 0 and wait. But also, I feel like Nemesis is just gonna be like, it's gonna be cool having an important character. What if she's just a bitch? What if we get into the game and she's just backstabbing the fuck out of you because she's an automaton or something? Sad. Nub says Genshin was also free. Yeah, no, but if you play Tower Fantasy, it's not even close. like Genshin is free, but like it's like it's super stingy, whereas Tower Fantasy seems to be giving a lot. But like if you're not into these kinds of games, etc., if you don't like anything like that, then yeah, don't absolutely stay away. But to me, that is one of the things that I think is rightfully being said about Genshin, or being said about Tower Fantasy, is that it's incredibly, or at least right now, generous with like with its wishes and such, and like giving you like you'll do a puzzle and it won't give you like 15 or not even 15, like a little bit of primo gems that will straight up just give you a whole ass wish. And sometimes you open up a chest, you get like 5, just like stacks of wishes, and you're like, oh fuck, okay. It's like 3. I've gotten 3 of those. Fuck. I remember one streamer who claimed to pretend to be free to play while being freemium player. Yeah, no, yeah. Who is that? I don't know. To me, I'll be honest. No shame. It doesn't make the ecosystem isn't fair. Okay, all people wanted to click on was free to play character, and frankly. All the money I did spend, I didn't even use the characters I spent money on. I want Buck Wild to get Hoot Out. Never used her once. Well, that's a try. I used her a little bit, but yeah, like my main team was the people I got just by saving and doing a little bit of Welcome Moon. Still not fucking free to play, but still. In fact, hey, guess who's not free to play either? Because I got Welcome Moon. But I'm gonna make that clear. I got Welcome Moon. I'm whatever you want me to be. Shut up. If you want me to say that's how you succeeded, that's how you did so good, sure. But yes, I hate people. Simply put, I hate people. Alright? Some people are lucky as shit, but some people are not so lucky. People just shit on you regardless. Fluff says, I watched the Cult of Lamb stream. Look, dude, it was actually not surprisingly. I was surprised that like, I thought one of the aspects of the game was going to be hella stacked in Cult of Lamb. I thought like the Binding of Isaac traversal kind of thing was going to be kind of, yeah, there, but not like there, or like it was gonna be the main point or wasn't. And then sure as shit, when I got into like the customization for your bases, it's like, no, actually it's pretty up there. It's kind of like Don't Starve, which has like mental state and all that stuff, except in Cult of Lamb, it's your cult's like loyalty / vigor for them, is your cult's food, and it's your like general management of your cult, which is like sometimes your cults are shitting and pissing everywhere and you got to run up and clean up shit so they don't vomit and like spread disease. And then you're like, I'm gonna go crusade, and you murder a bunch of people, you bring back their bones, you throw it in a fire, you light it on fire, you dance around the fire, and their love for you goes up a little bit. Brutal. I definitely don't know how to make my cult not rebel. There's nothing in there yet that I can put that's like a continual delivery of loyalty. I can get a prison. I can fucking throw those bitches into fucking vice. Be like, you fucking cross me, I'll kill you. No deaths though. I want to not kill anybody in my cult. They may rebel and try to murder me. I've heard Claudia is the next limited, followed by a Cobalt B. Who's Claudia? Who's that, Fluff? That's the mecha, like the person that's making our bike. Do you know what her kid is, Fluff? Because that's what Cobalt B is, the person that people are saying, fucking keep your eyes on Cobalt B. That's the one. Yeah, she has a really memorable name, I believe. I think, yeah. But she's apparently, like, people are saying, like, no, that's the one that'll carry you. But that's also beta people saying that, and beta people have been super wrong before. But if your weapon's cool as shit, we should be good. But that'd be good if I got Nemesis, got Claudia, or skipped Claudia, and then got Cobalt B. But maybe it's Claudia that, maybe I'm misremembering that. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, if there's any gameplay out there of either of those people, from beta people, that'd be cool to see. I don't know if there's as much of a like vigorous leak people in the Tower of Fantasy space. Oh, falling apart. I think Nub says, is there a limit on playtime? For now, yes, but it's pretty quick. So like right now you can it's 30. So like level 30 is what you can grind to. It's pretty fast to do it if you're doing dailies. But there is like so much to do for what it's worth. So like there is like tons of things in the world space. There's tons of side quests, missions, camps. They're all marked on the map, kind of like a Far Cry, which maybe for you isn't actually very exciting, but you can like go to a tower, find all these places on the map. Each one of them has like basically wishes, like currency that can help you wish, and there's like 3 types of banners. One of them is like a generic currency banner that's just going to give you upgrade material, and the other ones are banner characters. But there is a guild that we have there. There are like what do you call it, resin that's going to reset, but that's only really you can do your resin like a couple days. But I will say, Nub, if you dislike the limitation aspect of it, I do believe the game's like if you wait like maybe 3 weeks, just let it like give the game a minute. You will have access to reach the highest levels that you possibly want. Granted, you are gonna need to do dailies in order to reach the like maximum threshold immediately. But there could be events that you could catch up on, and yeah, from my understanding, it's not very hard to like stay near. Like I think today we're at level 30 is the cap, and I'm level 27. Like it's like I've literally for 2 days just jumped in, did my dailies, and left. so yeah, it's definitely still. I'm curious to see what the end game is. I know they're trying to limit people's gluttonous intent with the game, which I know a lot of people have frustrations with, but I also think it can kind of be good. It's kind of not a terrible idea that people can kind of like. I know it's the kind of thing with MMOs, so it's even harder for people to not go buck wild, but I think it's not the worst. It feels nice that we're all at this, like we're basically hand in hand. We're beside each other. Some people hate that. Some people love like the feeling of like, no, I fucking didn't sleep for 2 days, and I'm the max to fuck out boy, and I'm benefiting for it. I'm dominating the marketplace with my weird crop or something. Oh shit. I don't like that. Some dude just ripped by loud as shit on a dirt bike. Rough. Anyway, sorry. Fucking. I think I need to play the game on its own time, says Nub. Oh, I need to play the game on its own time. Yeah, again, until you don't though, Nub. Like that's the thing. Genshin has like FOMO, fear of missing out. Eventually, everything will just be unlocked. Like you go up to like sometimes you'll go up to a special gem. It's like a wish basically. You'll go to decode it and it will say unlocks in 24 hours. But that's when the 24 hours is up, you're good. You're like you can go buck wild, but you have to wait. So that's why it's like if you are a person that doesn't like the fact that we're all taking steps beside each other, you want to just like play like gluttonous as soon as you want, then yeah, you just give it a minute, come back, and then you'll be good to go. Granted, you still need to do dailies to make. I feel like the world experience is eventually going to start to limit itself, but with events probably on the way and end game being something. Now, Fluff, do you know what the end game of Tower Fantasy is in any way? Because that's my only criticism with the game right now is that I could see that when you're done depleting the well. Yeah, like what is left for you? Like so if when you're done searching the area, getting a couple wishes, what's left for you? Is there like some sort of like dungeons that reward you money, so you could just constantly do dungeons that reward you little bits of money? I don't know, you know. Sting says Tower Fantasy is on mobile. It's on mobile and PC, and I feel like in a little bit of time it's going to be on either Xbox or PS4. It'd be a fucking hilarious if Xbox bought the rights to Tower of Fantasy, because I think Sony Sony's tends to be like, and I just read this, I just seen this news article, this news thing where like Sony, like Xbox had a huge acquisition of Activision and Blizzard, and Sony was trying to like in a lawsuit against Xbox to like the FTC or some weird like, yeah, it's the people who like try to keep everything in fairity, but like in fairness. Anyways, it was funny because Sony was just like, you can't take Activision. Like, like Xbox is so or not Xbox, sorry, Activision and Call of Duty is so valuable. And it was just such a weird thing where like, Sony, you were ahead by fucking miles. Like, and you were the person who was putting up a fuss about crossplay. You were like doing so much shit, and now they're like, you can't get ahead of me. And Xbox is like, we're letting Call of Duty go on your platform, because Xbox is interesting, their perception of it, because all these documents are leaked because Brazil, all countries are pretty like hush-hush about like legal dealings. But Brazil has no fucking chill, and they just released it all to the public, essentially. So, like, there's legal shit that was supposed to be hidden is now available. Hilarious. Anyways. But, yeah, they basically talked about how, like, Xbox is like, we're not gonna hold the rights to Call of Duty, because Xbox made a point of, like, if a property is so big that exclusivity would lose you money, what the fuck's the point of exclusivity? You want to make money, so you'd like, when a property is so valuable, the Warzone and all these things making so much annual money for Xbox people, for Sony people, and Sony's getting their cut, Xbox is getting a bigger cut, then it's worth than not exclusivity of it all. But that's if it's a big enough property. Same thing happened for Fortnite, where in order for the Epic to kind of, Sony basically bent the knee because there was such a huge profit margin for Sony, even if they worked with Epic and their weird crossplay, and I think they wanted to buy through the store, that they still would have made a net insane amount of money by letting them change their shit, essentially. So they would do it. So it's like, if you have so much momentum that whatever's in front of you would just get flattened, it's far better to get on the ride than to let yourself get flattened, essentially. Or lose out on the momentum, I guess. Again, Nub says Genshin is also on mobile, so that isn't special. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. What may make it special, Nub, is that for me, I think that at least right now, it seems like there's less holding Tower Fantasy back when it comes to mobile data. There already seems like there's a lot in the game. Like, the map seems fucking huge. And yeah, so again, those are like the big things to see of Tower Fantasy, and I feel like I'd be shocked if they didn't make those concessions of like, oh, maybe we should like not take away all content that we add. Maybe we should add something, or maybe we should do a little bit more. Maybe we should make it so that people who are playing on mobile can choose what like island to download if they're worried about storage space. Otherwise, most people, you can get a phone that has a crazy amount of storage space. Not everybody, but some people could. Give people the option to like get a fucking whole ass game on their phone. Give people the option to slice off chunks of the game if they need to. But the idea, and also there's like barriers things that are happening in the game where like they're already sectioning you away from certain areas. There are quests involved, so I'd be shocked if they didn't use that tech to also limit your ability to go into certain faraway lands if you don't have that downloaded. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe again, this is one of those things where people are like, they've made a lot of the right choices, at least for me and what I want, and one of the things I wish Genshin made a concession on. But that doesn't mean they're always going to do that. That doesn't mean that every choice that they're going to make is not going to be, like, oh, maybe there's a huge intrinsic reason of why they can't add in 2 years of the game being out one addition to the world space that isn't just a giant ass map that's going to basically go away, or that's going to be redundant after you've done exploring it. Yeah. Bitterness aside, Fluff says, I can find gameplay videos of each from the same channel that has showcased for most of the upcoming characters, including the Ling Kang collab character. Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I haven't done my rounds yet. I need to go around and try to get some good info channels. I also feel weird about that because I don't ever like, yeah, like I can always, it's hard to describe, but like for me, I seen a video that you uploaded, Fluff, in the in no, maybe it wasn't you. No, it was I think maybe it was Ashley. It was somebody. But they released like a video where it's like how to get the best gear piece early, basically, and it was like these giant mech arms. And I watched the video to it, and the person was basically, it was not a bad video, but the person excluded the information of like where to get berries and where to get other stuff that you probably would just find. Like you just eventually, by exploring, you would eventually find. But for what it does to me as a viewer who doesn't have those things, it makes me think, well, now I gotta go find another video of like where the fuck to get berries. Like I don't know what to do with this. You go to the comments, and guys said it's over at this specific location. You're like, where the fuck is that? You look on your map, it doesn't say that. It's a giant ass sign outside that says that. You're like, what the fuck would you? Okay, thank you, I guess. Beggars can't be choosers. Anyways, but there's things like that where I'm like, oh, that's an opening for someone to capitalize on. Like, no. Go to this location to get berries. Go to this location to get milk or whatever we needed. Go over here to kill some boars. Go over here to do this. Go buy this from the store. Go back to the guy. Talk to him. Go back to talk to. And they just keep showing like map instance. Go here, talk. Go here, pick up. Go here, buy. That wasn't done in those videos. So to me, I feel like there's an opening there. But at the same time, I don't like to, like, there is a point where it feels like if you can't add enough to it to make it like genuinely your own spin, then it feels like disingenuous copying, even though I don't even really believe in that generally. But even still, anyways, that's why I feel like as much as I do want to go subscribe to a bunch of Tower Fantasy channels, that part of me is also like, sometimes I feel conflicted by feeling like I'm taking their take, but also sometimes their ideas are like generic ideas that if you just give people a minute, they would also think about. So it's I feel like it's best to just be like, fuck it, if I'm a monster, I'm a monster, leave me alone. Tower Fantasy does have an energy meter, but it doesn't stop you from doing most of the activities. There is a time gate on the story and the level cap that increase the day by day, but that will start to be every 2 days after the 15th day, and so on. Yeah, that's nice. So I can't just pause, so I can't just perma spam dungeons to gear up. Fluff says based upon lifetime of the server itself. Oh, that's a good thing to say. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That makes sense if they ever wanted to have like a new, so like this server is for new people. If you want to have the same experience as everyone else did from like glowing up. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't personally know the end game. I would hope that there are like dungeons in which you can get decent artifacts and maybe with like low chance, but then there's a better artifact, or then there's your resin that gives you a huge a chance at like golds, basically like guaranteed golds, at least like 2 a day, and then you could grind. I wonder, again, that's my biggest thing, is I don't know what the end game is, if there is any. Hopefully it's not like procedurally generated floors, because it's cool, but like I want to grind. I want to like I would hope at least that there's like a money room, like a money. There is dungeons, so I wonder if your dungeons can eventually just give you like a little bit of money, you know, a little bit of money every day. So like even if it's just again, I think I would love to see a game like this that does diminishing returns. So if you were to do the dungeons, if you were to do all of the dungeons, say you were to bang them all out, you would be able to get like a crazy amount of money in a day, but it also would take you a little bit of time to grind if you wanted to play more. So it says based upon the time, Fluff says Claudia is the lady with the sword that seems to be a physical DPS. Cobalt was has a fire shotgun. Okay. Also, thank you, Nanny. Appreciate the subscription. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god. Oh, I hit me like a truck. Ugh, I don't know what. I don't know what hit me. I think I'm starving. Thank you, Nanny. Nanny's been subscribed for 20 months. Currently on a 9-month streak. That is insane, Nanny. Thank you for the support, my boy. Appreciate you. Ooh, Nanny, what kind of... have you told me this already? What kind of SSRs do you have in Tower Fantasy? I am curious. I have not done my wishing because we do it on stream and we can cry together. Fluff says the dungeons provide equipment after level 25, but it's not equipment like Genshin in how it works. The way you get the way you piece yourself together. But the longer you wait, the more opens up. It's got the most out of the gate on early game though. Starting sooner will be starting sooner will be benefit. Yeah, especially with dailies and all that stuff. But yeah, so Fluff is that my assumption? Is my assumption correct? Where like you can do at level 25, you can start cranking out dungeons or something like that, and get like, because there's in this game Tower Fantasy, there is artifacts, but they're not artifacts. Instead, you have artifact system and you have a technology gear system, kind of like a tech system, I guess, where you can have like a bunch of tech essentially, but that tech is where you get your variability. I don't know what, I would imagine maybe that's resin activity that awards you that technology boost. And then, but the good news in Tower Fantasy though, is if you get all of your artifacts perfect, then they're great. So if you have a great health artifact, then you're good. You don't need a health artifact with crazy substats because there's no substats. There is a like special augment, so your artifacts do carry like special intrinsic perks, but there's no like elemental mastery. You could just get artifact HP and whatever artifact effect that you like. And then there's a whole other system though that does have that RNG. It's just different. It's like swapped. It's almost like artifacts. It's almost like there's two artifact systems, but one of them has RNG on the variables below its effect, but that's just the gear. I don't know how much that intrinsically plays with it yet, but yeah. But I know that was one of the things that when I was looking at guides, that was what, that's surprising, but it's just kind of flipped. That does not taste good. Fluff says, and there's a newcomer event going on for 20 days, and it includes daily rotations of spending vitality and logging in once a day for 7 cumulative days. Yeah. But also that event, nub. Sorry, that event nub is it gives you a free. I believe it gives you a free SSR character. So unlike Genshin, where you could just get really unlucky and not get anything, as long as you do these kind of like little checklists, you could get Diluc, you could get Mono, except in this game it's the standard banner pool essentially. But also there's a lot of cool characters on there. There's level, a time, and gear score gates of sorts. One being this suppress item that allows you to delve into the higher zones. As of today, you can fully explore Astra without any time gates. The next zone still has a day or more time locked exploration supply pods with every ladder of Nava onward. Okay. There's something that you can earn if you exhaust your vitality and hit the experience cap. You can get support tokens which have special shops to redeem for stuff. Do they reset every week, Fluff? Should I like grind the daily missions just to do them? Is there like a shop that like runs out of shit? Because maybe that's fun. You could like grind tokens, spend them in. What would we spend them in? Grind tokens, buy like maybe some like blue artifacts or maybe blue food items maybe. Flatnub says, anything that says you can no longer play this aspect of the game because you have reached its quota is immediate no for me. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. Different strokes for different folks. But yeah, for me it's, again, the fact that goes away though, Nub, makes it like eventually that won't be there. So you'll just go buck wild. Granted, it will still eventually I guess there's the resin to there, so I guess there is that. But what if you hate the resin system? So then you're like, I just won't do that, and I'll do all of the other content there, you know? But ultimately, again, if you're not into it, then you're not into it. But Fluff says there's a special vitality activity that is for earning gold per run. It's recommended to do that if you're good on your gear and upgrading materials. It's the resin burning, or vitality, I should say. Vitality, it's like resin. But yeah, it's I know what you mean. It's the money one, because apparently money is just eventually you're gonna need cash. There's equipment, weapons, and matrices. Yeah, I think it's equipment that is the thing that has variability. After 25, enemies will drop basic gear, starting you on your path to upgrade, which are 100% transferable to gear of better rolls and rarities. Wait, transferable? What do you mean? Like you can level up your gear or just dissolve them into better gear? Huh. After 25, enemies will drop basic equipment, starting you on the path of upgrade, or at 70 points in the newcomers event, you get an SSR selection banner. You can earn up to 140 points in total for upcoming various activities and tasks per day. Oh, I haven't seen the per day ones. Fuck, I should have. Shit. Hopefully I've done those. I'll be honest, man. I'm trying to get through this, get through some stuff. Guess what it is? It's the book. But at the same time, I'm just like dipping my toe into both of those games because I'm trying to dedicate all the time I have to doing the book. But I've been getting in every day with Tower Fantasy, doing my dailies, doing my weeklies, or sorry, burn my resin. And it's a good time. I will say the resin burning is quite quick. It is like, that's my biggest worry, Fluff, is that like what happens when we're done doing the exploration, what happens when we're done doing the quests, what does the end game look like? Is it just like advancing through floors? Is it not like, hey, you could grind this if you're having fun and want to do that? You know, granted, I guess again, like you say, there's tokens you can get that you can spend on things, so there is that. Fluff says the support tokens seem to be awarded after you expend a vitality, yet keep playing co-op modes. Okay, so it's like when you're bottomed out of vitality. Nice. Now it says, GRINN, what I'm saying is if a game has a resin system, yeah, no, I got there eventually, system, I will not play it as, because these games aren't stuff. Yeah, I understand, different strokes for different folks, that makes sense. Nub says, if an upgrade equipment, if you upgrade equipment, you retain the investment when switching to better. Okay. So you should upgrade your gear regardless. Is that right? So if I keep upgrading my gear, it's not like if there's a new purple gear, it will just immediately scale up my purple gear as well, or do I have to feed that one gear into this new gear? Interesting. Oh, my body. Oh. Any updates on Genshin, by the way? Anyone who's here is still up in Genshin's whole bit of business, which I am too. I haven't seen this. Oh, shit. That looks like the Saritsa type thing. I don't know. A bit of ice. Whew. Oh, my God. My body, my back, my arms. Everything's sore. Everything else is 30 per run. Oh, the quickest spend of vitality is to join operations, as it consumes 3 chests with cost 30 vitality each. Total is 9. Yeah, no, that's my whole thing. It just seems like it's super easy to burn your resin, or at least in the activity that I have, which is gear. The first one you get access to is gear. The other ones are next. I'll eventually probably do the money one, like Fluff was saying, because it's just probably good to get some cash in your pocket. But yeah. Everything is 30 per run, yeah. But I will say, I wonder if they did that, pretty cool. If they did that, eventually that'd be pretty cool too. If they gave you like more resin to spend, but how quick you spend your resin, you just kind of need a lot of resin. But also, it it kind of plays to a problem. As long as they're rewarding you sufficient gear for your investment, then maybe it's not that bad, you know. Like that was why condensed resin was like good and bad. Is like you became more efficient, but it also destroyed your time, but also gave you more, so everybody did it because it just everyone wants to be efficient. So hopefully it's a similar thing within this, or a better thing than this, where it's like they're gonna give us more resin, but they're still gonna keep the rewards sufficient to where we feel like we're making ground. Sting says, don't forget, you owe me 5 set of push-ups. No, Sting. Sting. That's not how that works. you people have to. We are what do you call it? Whatever you have to be here. That's the thing, because you can't hold. You're redeeming status points, and if you leave by the time that we go to do it at the end of the stream, then what the fuck? No, no, you have to be here, or if I'm just the asshole suffering for no reason. The whole point is that it's a way to reward people for doing the bullshittery. Also, guys, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. You can go ahead and redeem them points. I'm not sure if I have it in me to redeem points. I'll be honest, I do have to go work out. I pulled some shit in my neck and whatnot. I've been fucked up for a whole ass time, and I'm still working out. Every time I pull up in my arm like this, I just feel like a cord in my arm go. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. Also, yeah, but that's kind of the idea with status points, though, is like a lot of people will redeem them. Like Ashley's a great example, who will redeem them, be like, fuck you, boom, love her, but crazy, love him, whatever, Richie, all these things. Fantastic person. But they'll do it, and then they'll tune out, or they'll be playing a game and they'll like just be vibing, and yeah, whatever happens. So maybe they'll make food, whatever it could be. But if you're not here at the end, where I'm here, I'm hurting, nah, nah, it's insulting as hell, no, no. Fluff says, yes, your environment is never wasted when upgrading gear. Okay. So your environment is never wasted when upgrading gear. If you upgrade your boots, then acquire a higher rarity, better random roll. Then when equipping it, you're prompted to retain the. Okay, good, yeah. So is it like Destiny, Fluff? Is it working like that more? Like your base world level will always drop at that world level? Does that make sense? Or whatever, your boots will always drop at the boot level, or do you have to infuse it in any way? So do you get like two types of artifacts, or do you have to like suck them into the next one? I feel like it's probably like Destiny, where it's like except instead of Destiny being your global light level, it's your individual gear level for your boots. So if your boots are that level, then every boot after that point will be higher or equivalent to, which makes sense. That's actually really nice. It seems like a very chill time. Nub says, I am here, and I'm sure to stay here. I can maybe manage one, but if it goes beyond 5, we'll have to do something else. I'll do squats or something, because your boy... Guys, I'm 200 pounds. Back when I made that, I was 170. That's a whole fucking sandbag on my back, okay? Push-ups are a calisthenics game, okay? Body weight game. Your boy is 200 pounds now. I recently got a piece of equipment. Your boy's gonna start doing cardio again. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Nub, have you ever heard of something called an attack bike? Also, Sting, have you ever heard of something called an attack bike, air bike, a assault bike? It's also what it's called, an attack, assault, or air bike. Anything? Nub says, I'm being scammed. I'm being scammed. Not even being a mod prevents me from being scammed. I'll do 3 push-up max. 3 pigs push-up max. Sting says, no, he has. Gotcha. Sting. I just want to see. I'm only JK. What do you mean? What do you mean? About the push-ups? Oh, we do the push-ups. Push-ups are fine. My whole thing is that people need to be here. You know what I mean? It's like someone's like, drop it, give me 20. I'm gonna leave though. It's like, hey, what? Excuse me? I'm out here in the trenches. You don't even have the will to sit in the rain with me. Not even being. I used my points. Bolty coming in massive. Thank you, Bolty. I thought you were gonna crack the whip. I'm using my points to inflict torture. It's true. If you stay here. Ooh, there's some lightning. Please don't go up power. Being here to enjoy the torture should be no, it should not. No, it is absolutely should not. That's so stupid. What in the fuck? Hell no. No. If you're gonna do it, then you have to invest with me. You gotta sit in the rain with me while I'm sitting there suffering. You can't just be like, do damage and then walk away. Okay? I'll chase you down. Okay, if I could, but instead the distance of the internet. Nub says, so you're saying is we need to get back on those status points so you lose weight. Push-ups you don't lose weight for. It's bullshit. And push-ups don't do shit to you. I do have ideas, though, that we could do eventually. We're gonna get creative. I'm learning. Fuck off me. Anyways, but we're gonna get creative. I want to do some weird streams, probably with like Tower Fantasy, where we could do fun streams where it's like, every time we do Y, we do X. Every time we do X, we do Y. So like every time we die to a raid boss, or every time we fail in PvP, when I'm a quote-unquote light spender, we'll do maybe like a minute. We'll do 15 seconds on the assault bike, which, by the way, a lot of people have equivalated. A lot of people have described 30 seconds on an attack bike as being the equivalent of exhaustion for 10 minutes on a treadmill. So this is granted if you're actually going hard and pushing it. But still, kind of a lot. Kind of a whole ass metric. So we'll do that. Have some fun times with it. We could also do kettlebell stuff, eventually slam ball things. Whatever. We could have fun, okay? Sweaty, gross, look like a mess at the end of it, but fun. Maybe. Probably not for everybody. Probably weird, actually, but you know, we'd probably do. Fluff says, not quite. You have to upgrade the slot after you first acquire the said piece. But you don't need to upgrade the boots from 0 after doing so the first time, unless you make a choice to not retain and recycle the gear, but it's strongly advised against that. Unless you make a choice to not retain and recycle the gear. Okay, so you do have to recycle the gear into your own thing. Okay. Kind of confusing, but okay. Nub says, in this rain metaphor, I'm going to be looking at you. Oh, now you know what I see? I see so vividly. There's this fucking hilarious pose. I love it so much. It's like the old man pose. You guys can't see it. But basically, it's when somebody is like standing, and they hold their arms behind their back, and then they just slouch forward like that. And it's like, it's like this old man basically sitting there like this, like looking off in the distance as he observes. It's like a meme where I've seen it first, and it's one of this hilarious YouTuber that I watch. He makes skits. His name is Joel. Joel something. Anyways, he has this like iconic character and there's this scene where he's like drawn and it's all fucked up, and he's sitting there looking at like his field, like this old like man with his hands like fully pulled back with himself just slouched and looking at the thing, and it's like peak old man form. It's fucking the best. But yes, with that. But anyways, I should finish a metaphor with looking at the rain. Is you looking you through the open door while you stay in the rain. Yeah, yes. Yes, you have to at least acknowledge the cost, alright? You can't hide from this. You can't hide from what you are, okay? Wow, I can't. It's good. I can't speak. We're a match made in heaven. No, says, how shit is the Tower of Fantasy launcher? It's taking forever to download and install 20 gigs. Wait, I thought you said you weren't into it. I thought you said I'm not into it. What's that? What? Normally that should take like 20 minutes. I don't know, man. For me it was fast as shit. For me it was like maybe 3 minutes, maybe. Yeah. But also there's been a bit of updates, so maybe I'd have to download a little bit of updates for it. So maybe that's what stacked it up a little bit. Lone Syndicate says, every time you die, you do a wish. Yeah, something like that. We could do that. That's a, like, again, it's like a series of, or a format or a system or whatever, but it's like every time I blank, I do this, you know, every time I die, I wish, etc. Your boy ain't rolling in the money, so we could maybe say, well, we're going to do that for $100, and that's my whole ass month's budget. So, yeah, let's relax. But we could do it at some point. If we do that, I'm gonna conveniently make it on a banner that I really want to get. So I'm like, oh no, I have no win. Oh no, I died again. Although, one of my biggest regrets in Genshin was that shit of like not, essentially like spending money in the Genesis crystals. In Tower Fantasy, it seems like no different. It seems like it's a really bad cost-benefit analysis kind of thing. Fluff says, probably due to the prime time Bogval. Oh yeah, basically everyone being on the servers and etc. Yeah, I'm surprised I was surprised, Fluff. I thought they fucking fixed that pretty fast. The like the queue, like usually that takes a good bit. That they fixed that immediately almost. The next day everything was running really smoothly, at least for me. Again, maybe in like Asia, whatever, could be bad. Also, I seen someone uploaded a video. No, maybe not. Oh no, that's what it was. I seen it in my subscriber feed. That's what it was. A person talking about why Tower Fantasy failed in Asia, essentially. From like China, essentially. I don't know what that was. I think maybe it had to do with the fact that some characters look pretty risque. Maybe, I don't know. But it seems like everyone's trying to get out of China. So I don't know if it was just. I don't know if the video was like Asia, like all of the Asian countries, etc., or if it was just China. It feels like every game is like, well, that was a great market when it was, and then they leave. Booty says, I am done grinding 50 black nucleus. Is it worth doing that? I mean, isn't it just gear? I also seen a video where someone was saying that maybe, like, is that banner gonna change? Is the nucleus banner? Like the black wishes, essentially? Fluff says, all right, y'all figure it out. Oh yeah, all right, y'all figure it out when you start going down the. Yeah, no, Fluff. It's I love you to bits, appreciate everything, but also it's always fair to throw in the towel for sure. Booty says, I'm. Oh right, I read that. Nub says, if it makes you feel any better, I can post a picture of the post of the pos with the suit. To truly sell it. Wait, what do you mean? Is it like the pose? Beastie says, what happened? What's good, Beastie? How are you? Beastie, popping Beastie, how are you making out in Tower Fantasy? You got any good pulls? What was your 30th pull? Or have you taken a break? Or did it not just resonate? That's also a thing. Could not resonate with some people. Bolty says, got Coco SSR on the second 10 pull black ooh, fucking really? People get I did so many pulls of black nucleus. I did 30 rerolls. You get like 20 pulls per black nucleus per run. I got nothing. I got one two red or not red, two purple characters. Rares, whatever. Yeah, not the good. But I'm happy for you, Bulty. I mean to be like, I'm happy that you got that. You told me to try it. No, not now that you say you weren't into it, the resin thing. That I thought you were like, nah. I thought you were throwing the towel. I didn't. You should, because if you don't like resin that much, then it's like, yeah, this is not it. This is not it for you. You can design your own waifu, you know. Are you guys on the server net? We're on Radiant, North America Radiant. Fluff says, black nucleus pulls have no pity or rate ups, so getting an SSR is pretty up there. So it's like a 30% drop. Woo! 0.3% drop. Woof. North America Radiant. No, Fluff's ahead of me, killing it. Fluff, I sent you a fucking request for the guild. I'm not sure if you accepted it yet. Fluff says, we also have the Brothers GRINN crew to join once you're at level 16. Hell yes. Lone Syndicate says, I only need 17 more gold nucleus to get my SSR. Oh. No. No, I don't think you do. Wait, what? Lone Syndicate, do you know that? Okay, Lone Syndicate, if you hold, there's a little box. You should have enough. You should be able to get your guarantee. You should be able to get 30 pulls. Oh, wait, no, wait. I mean, I need 17 more gold nucleus to get my, you didn't say next SR. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you know, you can get, I don't think you're opening up the right menus. You have menus, if you're like even a little bit into the game, if you've gotten to the polling system, then you've gotten to the point where you can get 30. So yeah, there's like your mail, and then there's your gifts. So if you see on the top right corner of the thing, there's a gift with a red dot on it. That's where you need to click. And also there's your mail, which is in your friends list. So if you go to your friends list, and then you go to your mail, it'll be there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, my next. Okay, I was like, oh wait, okay, you told me. I should put that together in my head. You told me that you got the axe girl, Fluff. Goddamn, Lone Syndicate pulled out your girl. Okay, rough, but man, I will say, having played her, she's very fun. But she doesn't scratch that like that feeling of like momentum a little bit. She like I find that her hits don't hit as hard. But I also have like a Claymore character that like hucks giant ice threads, so it's a little bit stacked deck. But anyways, also I haven't really done the due diligence to look at exactly what she's doing. Like I imagine when you hold charge, you soak up damage and you give yourself a resistance buff and pay it back. But ultimately, I feel like I'm missing quite a lot when knowing my characters. Because again, I'm just doing the bare minimum just to keep pace so I can keep reading my book. Ooh, Fluff says, I got 2 SSRs on my 80th gold character. Let's fucking go. It's so insane to me that like the normalcy for this game is people saying, yeah, I have 4 SSRs and I'm playing for a week. Like, what? And they're also good. Oh, I put something in my neck. They're also good. But you said you got Coco on my 30th and Tabasa and Crow. You got Crow? No, wait, who's Crow? Oh, Crow's the DPS. Oh, fuck, Fluff, your team sounds sick. Who's Tabasa again? Tasabas? Ah, fucking, who, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, who's that guy? Who's that one? I know who Coco is, I think. Richie says, what server is it? Radiant. It's on Radiant NA. North America, Radiant. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the one thing that's a little bit shitty. It's like, oh, God. It's on Genshin. It's Genshin Strength. God damn it. That's Genshin Strength. But that's also gives me hope for the fact that there is... I think, like, Genshin's, like, kind of argument for it being mobile and kind of fucky, in terms of, like, not being able to add anything because they don't want to increase mobile data. I think to some extent that may not be the case because it seems like this game does a lot more server load things. Whereas in Genshin, we were always able to basically, like, we were in 2 camps, Asia or North America, or North. And yeah, like, that was our 2 camps. Whereas in this game, it's like, each place has a fuck ton of servers that I think can hold some of that demand. So yeah, hopefully that's a good omen, but also kind of shitty if you wanted to play, like, I feel like you should be able to move around within your district, like North America. You should be able to take your character to another North America place. But I know that's inherent with MMOs not being the case, but still. Dang, makes me refresh a character. Won't you all? I was on Soul for like level 30. I'm so sorry, Richie. What do you call it? We decided this way before the game ever launched. Well, not really. The day that it launched, I would have been faster, but I was trying to get out of there in the last part of the stream, and I kept reading half of a message just to get out of there because I needed exercise so that I could play and could sleep and all these things. Beastie says but also with that being said though, I do think you could probably get to level 30 and maybe 27 in like 3 hours if you skip past all the cutscenes. It's fast. As a person who's re-rolled for like hours and then had to re-roll an account up to my current progression, it took maybe like 2 or 3 hours of progression, not re-rolling. Re-rolling took probably like 15 hours in total. It was decided upon. It was pinned in the Tower Fantasy channel. Found it. BC says, in pulling the ice minigun lady. Okay, is that that's your rare? and I have been using her since I started. I love the weapon. Is she the one that's like got like a little teddy bear on her hip? Ice minigun. Oh, there is an ice minigun person. Is she in the standard banner? I did not know that. Cool. Lone Syndicate. All right, said that. BC says it's special. Its special turns into a turret. Yeah. And reload is so. Okay, no, you got it right. Do you not have your SSR character yet? You haven't pulled 30 wishes. You get a guaranteed character at 30. Beastie, and you have like as soon as you get access to the wishes, you should be able to guarantee get yourself a 30 because there's the App Store 10 pull, there's the a bunch of people signing up for the thing 10 pull, and then there's another just like login 10 pull as well, so you get 30 in total. So you should be able to have an SSR, but that's not an SSR, I don't believe, unless there's an SSR character that has the same pattern as a rare character who I believe has like a little teddy bear on her hip. Richie says, "Sweet booty 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 is my IGN name." IGN name. Love says it's fine. I'll get her in the next day or two from my select. That's true. It's true. Good man. Good head. Good thought. The dupes will be around my black. Oh, hopefully. It says, I want dual pistol to get Samare. She has this one move that reminds me of like a spinny thing. Yeah, she seems great. Like out of all the characters I think that I would rather have, like I really like the scythe from King, but at the same time I can't deny that like that's just like a universally great weapon. It seems like the pistol girl Samir. Also, I've heard people say who played the beta were like, get her, like if you want to carry, that's your carry. Well, it makes sense because I think she's on par with King but has range damage and also has a crazy amount of AoE. So yeah, but also King has a pretty good amount of damage but probably less AoE, but I still think he has like a pretty good amount of AoE. Crow is the dual blade. Yes, Tasaba is the ice bow. Oh, that's good. Both are just okay. Is it okay? I thought the Crow looked great. He probably plays like shit, but he looks awesome. Looks kind of like a cyberpunk character. Tasaba was at least has S charge, but I need a decent shatter weapon. Hana is A, but so will that suit me? Just yeah. Crow has charge and shitty shitter and a shitty shatter, and unless you get a C1, his damage isn't great due to inability to affect shatter shields. And damage is okay. Yeah, I forgot about shields. Can't you just use your special technology barrage to break open shields? Granted, that fucker's on a 50-minute cooldown, but still. I think she's SR. Yeah, about to say. I don't think she's an SSR. Yeah. Hyde is an SSR. Alone Syndicate says Terminator. I think the name of the weapon is Terminator. Okay. Oh my back. There we go, Terminator. Yeah, but basically, you haven't got an SSR yet. Maybe you haven't had as much time to play though. That could be it. But yeah, I thought you would have had an SSR now. I'm curious. Am I wrong? Did you know about all the like the assets of getting all the wishes? I haven't used it yet. I'm looking. I'm too involved with the meaning. Okay. Oh wait. So you do. Wait. Let me catch up. I got an SSR. It was the cryo bow. I see. Now I get it. That's less attractive. Cryo bow. I think Tasaba. I don't remember any of the names in all. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, me and you both, my guy. But yeah. But no, that makes sense, Beastie. Yeah. So you do have an SSR. It's just you're like, this is the bow. She's no Ganyu. You know. In fact, I think she actually might be in some ways a little similar, but yeah. BC says, I haven't used her yet. I'm too involved with the minigun. That Lone Syndicate says, so Grin, you said you had bought the monthly pass. Is it worth it? I haven't been able to really see yet. I think it's the same as Genshin. So yeah, the fact that we gonna like, if I'm already okay with, it's actually better than Genshin. I think. Yeah, because you get the same thing as Genshin, except you get a box that could be a wish itself, and also could be just a bunch of other upgrade materials, which is cool. But I was already willing to pay for the Welcome Moon with the bare minimum that it gives you, with the fact that it resets pity, the fact that it resets pity if you get a 5-star, whereas in this game, it doesn't. It continues pity, so it just seems like there's a net advantage across the whole board. Also, it's cheaper. I had to pay fucking $8 for my fucking Welcome Moon, basically, and this one I think is $4. No, it's probably about $6 probably for me. But anyways, not bad, not the worst. As far as getting the season pass, I don't know if I want to do that yet. Yeah. I don't know how much the season pass is either. Also, they don't convert to Canadian, so it's always fucking American USD, so it's like, it's always more than you think it would be. I am speed. Okay. Richie says in-game name. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. SRs are Echo, Ana, Hildy, Bangling, fucking Christ, Pepper, and the other I think. Fluff, I was gonna say, do you know if the in the standard banner, if the girl with the militarized cap looks long as fuck, tall as shit, badass, has like kind of like a generic cleaver looking machete, like giant katana thing? Is she in the standard banner? Because I haven't seen anyone pull for her yet, and I haven't seen her in the world space even. So I don't know if maybe she's shit, and that's why. But even just that character fucking archetype looks crazy cool. BC says I haven't used. Oh no, I've been reading this 6 times. SSRs have better innate damage scaling overall. That's not ideal for shield shatter. You want Hime, King, or Mary in high shatter. I was about to say, how's our shield girl? Because she seems like I'm the one who's busting shields constantly in these resin runs. BC says, also, I got question, are the wishes worth saving up? And if so, what's up with the red ones? I haven't earned a single one, but you can get them from the shop for somewhat cheap, which is interesting to me. What do you mean? You mean like resin? Basically, you should never. Like for me, and my understanding of it is, Fluff says he has 10. I don't know how that happened, but Fluff has 10 of those. Basically, how it works, Beastie, is there's your banner that's kind of attached to your like general resources, which is your black ember things. They give you like parts, it seems like, but also can get you an SSR and a rare character. So it's basically like a super generalized banner. When you're running around the world, you can hit a flower and you'll get a black nucleus, but it's super low drop chance. But it's also there to kind of aggregate seemingly resources. And then we have the like standard banner, which in Genshin would be like what Diluc has, Mona, Kaching. That would be what this banner is. And this banner apparently is going to get updated every 6 months with a roster of new characters. But right now it has quite a bit in there already. It has like fucking like 8 or something. Anyways, so that's your banner that you get from that. That has pity and etc. It has pity at 80, etc. Apparently, I don't know if there's soft pity in any of them yet. I haven't seen if that's like the case. But then your red banner is your limited banner. That's the banner that's going to go away. And yeah, that's the banner. I don't think you should ever spend money on the standard banner. Like save every Primo Gem / Dark Matter, I think is what it's called, or Dark Crystals. Save all of your Dark Crystals for the limited banner, because it seems like they're giving you at a sufficient rate enough. And if there's DLC, or not DLC, sorry, if there's events, I could see events being like, hey, we're gonna give you like 2 or 3 gold wishes. I don't think they'll do that with the other one, but I could see them saying, hey, we're gonna give you some generalized currency, which can be used to the red banner. So I would say save the red banner for the overpowered characters that you're gonna want to get. And BC Nemesis is touted as being one of the better characters in the entire game, but there's also characters that are coming down the pipeline. But typically in these kinds of games, gacha kind of games, it's a commonplace practice that like the first banner in the game usually has one of the best characters, so that it can kind of start the ball rolling for people. Like, again, it's this the thing within business where it's, if you can ensure yourself a sale for a person, then you are a person that now they feel a little bit more comfortable giving money to. So if they never spend money in the game, they'll never consider you to be a person that is actually even a retailer. If they spend even $1, then they'll now know that, hey, that time I spent $1, I got what I came for. It was good business overall. I can spend more money. So that they're trying to incentivize people to get in the habit of like accepting them as a purchasability kind of online store, I suppose. But that's why I think that most gachas have a really strong banner in the beginning. So I think it's probably smart that you try to facilitate. Hence Venti was the first banner, and he was like unarguably one of the best characters for like half a year of that game. And still is pretty good up until they had to forcibly build content around him so that he became less strong. Fluff says it makes a huge difference. Echo, the Vault Spear everyone gets has a high shatter value too. Okay. Oh, I fucking hate that spear though. It's very boring. Maybe sad at spear users. You can only buy reds. Yeah, you can only buy reds. Yeah, so don't ever spend your money on the standard banner, because I feel like those are the ones that they're still giving out like candy. Like when you open up a chest, you get 3 of those. I could see there being some like end game chests, probably like 2 weeks into it, maybe, where they're like, here's a chest that gives you like 1 wish for the 1 banner. But yeah. Are they better than gold? Yes, they're the limited banner. So they're like, you'll be able to aggregate eventually, like the dark crystal banner. So like you have your gold wishes, and you have your dark wishes, then you have your red wishes. Your dark wishes, I do believe, can get you characters from the gold banner. So there's a lot of dark wishes. So it's a low chance, but basically just spend your primo gems, or your like currency, your pay to win, whatever microtransaction currency that they're going to award you through events, through chest opening, through all this stuff. Save that for the limited banner, which is the red banner. Are there any better golds? Better than golds? I know golds are basically the weapon. Simulacrum and purples are the best weapon. Yeah. Well, purples are best of weapon level. Yeah. It's like a materials that types of it. Yeah. And pity carries over to the next, but my flame god earned from limited banner converts to black gold when the banner ends. Okay. One thing it says the battle pass costs $10 USD. Yeah, it's probably like $50 for me, unfortunately, but still, it's not bad. Not the worst. Some are bad. I think Genshin's like 20, right? Fuck. Thieves. Fluff says red are purple for the limited banner. Oh, reds are purely for the limited banner. Okay, then I haven't bought any, and I haven't looked into the banner at all, so I wasn't sure. Yeah. I would suggest not spending money on the game and just saving your primo gems for that, or your dark matter, your currency for the red banner. Good news is that well, I don't know. People were saying that like there's pity in the game, but like there's not a pity at 80 for one of the banners. But I thought there was a pity at 80 for one of the banners. But yeah. Yeah, they're the only thing you should spend your money on, says Fluff. But if you don't want the current limited weapon banner, sure, save the reds for late. Yeah, there's gonna be another banner in a couple weeks. Oh, I got heart problem. But if you don't, as the flame god turns to black gold after the limited banner ends, which is the currency you get after pulling the banner. Yeah. Someone was saying that ahead of time, Fluff, as well. So yeah, so basically. Fluff, I was going to ask you, do you know how much money you need to spend in the red banner? How many wishes you need to do in the red banner in order to get sufficient currency to buy the character, or to buy the weapon by brute force? But anyway, so basically, unlike Genshin, every single time you wish, you get like basically a fragment, basically fragments, and those fragments can help you buy the actual weapon, but you can't carry those fragments over into the next banner. So yeah, you need to basically what happens is those fragments get converted into the standard banner. So fragments eventually get converted. But yeah. Which is probably a really smart way of making people feel like, oh fuck, I might as well wish a little bit more on this banner and just get it. But also, I don't think pity resets on that banner either. Fluff says, limited shop do allow you to buy the featured weapon directly should you lose the 50-50, requiring 120 flame gold. So wait, I was gonna ask Fluff, is that, do you not get the skin if that's the case, or do you still get the skin even if you buy the weapon? Huh. And I wonder why even have the thing there unless there's some sort of loss. But yeah, so that's good to know. So yeah, maybe like, so when you get to 80 pulls and you lose, you would be given 120 flame gold, which would allow you to buy the weapon outright. So you basically can't lose. You can't not spend 80 and not get the character that you want. But can't you spend 80 and then buy like another copy if you wanted? If you did go 80 wishes in? Or do when you get a copy of it, does it reset or something? BC says, okay, let's go. I was curious. It doesn't mean like any was really worth saving at all. Yeah. No worries. The last CN character will be the SSR Volt pole arm. It looks great. Also looks like anime gotcha husbando version of my Fursona. Okay. If you don't want Nemesis, don't spend red. Yeah. If you do, spend as you desire. Fluff says gold nucleus is earned naturally. Plus, in about 10 more days, the current clother supply pod has 10 gold that will be fine. That will be free. That's nice. Hey, let's go. Fluff says flame has to be spent during the current limited run or the current black gold. Yeah. But the pity carries over. Yeah. So the pity carries over. Yeah. So you keep your pity in the banner. So maybe that's why there's like a weird back and forth, like not trying to go too deep, trying to get the character ahead of time, but also like, fuck, I don't want to waste my 80th pull. And getting a character doesn't reset your pity on the limited banner. Hey, Fluff, that seems so fucking. Being in a Genshin space where it seems cutthroat as fuck, this is quite nice. Lone Singing says it costs 120, so you would have to do a total of 120 wishes to buy the. Oh, you get one per wish. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, nice. Okay, so it's a little more than 80. It costs 120. Oh wait, no, because it costs like more than just 101. But yeah. SSR skins are for C3. Yup, and the means saving tons of DC. 150 per 10. So wait, is that which one were you saying that was right towards Fluff? So is it right that if you do buy, like if the limited banner, if you basically have a lot of black dust, and you go to buy the weapon, does that mean you don't get the skin of the character, but you do get the weapon? Because that would, to me, would make a lot of sense. So like, it's like, oh yeah, you didn't win the 50-50, but you could still get the weapon. But if you love the fucking look of the character and they're going out of their way to make the characters look fucking crazy, different, varied, etc., then you'll be like, well, yeah, I keep wishing because I need that skin, you know? But yeah, you do need also more constellations for a character in order to unlock certain skins. So, and I wonder how deep that will go. I wonder if they'll be like, here's a tier 3 skin. You need 15 of these characters or something crazy. I think they're C6. I think it's still C or C7 in total, I guess. Fluff says, I decided to do a 30 red pull or didn't guarantee another SSR at 30, but I'll be saving up for Cobalt B. Oh, so you did try, because yeah, it doesn't reset your pity in the limited banner, right? So you could get Nemesis and then also go into it with like 30 pity essentially into Cobalt B if you did get her or wanted to get her. Fluff says, you always get the character in the first acquisition of the weapon. Okay, so they're intrinsically tied. Gotcha. I do like the fact that you can be any character and use any weapon. Yeah, but what would be better, Lone Syndicate, is every single time you change a weapon, you change your simulacrum. So you change, like, it'd be cool if I could change to, like, have this crazy big katana weapon tied to this this other dude who's gigantic, or maybe you want to have fun. It's like a tiny little, tiny little person with a giant sword, whatever. That to me would be also fun. If they ever add that, that'd be nice. It would also, I don't know, to me, because what happens when you have like 3 characters that you love the look of, and you're like, well, fuck, I gotta constantly keep switching them out? What are we doing? Need C3 for the second skin, so 4 copies of the weapon. Yeah. BC says, dude, the hammer simulacrum lady looks insane. The hammer lady? Oh, is that the one with the fucking like exposed rib cage and stomach wires and shit? She's got like a fish tank in her belly. Eek. But yeah, no, they definitely go hard in the paint with the design of the character. BC says, I really need to turn the name. I really need to learn the names, but holy shit, I was. No, I get it. You mean you same brain. I know what you. I do better with the scriptures. I'm better with faces or look. Hammer is very solid as a tank SR until you get Miri or Hime. Hammer is quite fun. So yeah, the hammer was. I remember playing that a little bit when I was first starting just the thing, and it was a good time. Fluff says, BZ says, is there a benefit to using a simulacrum or your own? It's just purely cosmetic. Just purely cosmetic. Yeah. You can just choose whatever you like the look of. But you can't change the look of the legends. They're permanently looking the way they are, which kind of makes sense if you're designing a whole like body structure and like different shapes to them. BC says, it was so cool you could see her spin through her belly. It was nutty. If you like the look and voice, use the mimicry. What's that? Let's go. I'm gonna stick with my waifu then, yeah. But it has no bearings on stat. Yeah. No, the characters. It's basically a game with weapons and skins. It's the best way to go. So like, gotcha weapons that affect power and access to abilities, and then you just have skins. Now they come with the weapon, but still. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start to wind down. Do y'all have anybody that we could go raid? Why doesn't is Lucas? Hopefully Lucas is streaming. I'll check in a minute. BC says, with that kind of detail, it'll be an insult to not try and edit that guy. No. There's so many characters where like, God damn it, I got it. You know what I mean? But also, yeah, I don't know, man. To me, it would be so perfect if you could switch between. Like, if I switched my Claymore, I could switch to either my character or somebody else. I'd be perfect. Rather than it to be like, yeah, like you're using the jack. That's why, like, to me, I like the one dude so much, because he kind of looks like the jack of all trades. Like, if you just put anything in his hands, he'll kick some ass, you know? Luke is not streaming. He was streaming earlier, I believe. Oh, damn it. Time zone fuckery, damn it. I'll look and see. Does anyone have a person that we could go raid? I have one person, but we'll see if we will raid her. Let's see if y'all have another name. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go raid somebody real quick. Yes, I'm off to go exercise and take care of my dogs, because we're doing that again. It's turning into a habit at this point. Fluff says passive traits are worth looking into and finding which suits your build. Oh, I forgot about it. Yeah, there is. But is it weapons, or is it designed by skins, Fluff? Is it skins? I thought skins were detached from effect. It's like the friendship meter in Genshin, but does have actual gameplay value. Weird. I didn't know that. Okay, I thought it was just skins. I guess there is. Is it not tied to your weapon though? I could see it being tied to your weapon, like you unlocking certain benefits. So maybe it is your skins. I guess that kind of makes sense, because you are unlocking the soul of your character. So like this AI is basically like 3D printing their legendary weapon and their personality. I always learn so much from you guys about games. You learn from Fluff. To be honest, Fluff is crazy. Sting says, don't forget to add me on IG. Sting, if we're on playing Genshin, I'll add you. Otherwise, it's, yeah, there's no point for me to do it because we're not in there yet. And every time I'm playing the game, I'm either making a video and we're like time efficient, or we're streaming. So, both the one I can't do because I'm making a video and I'm time sensitive, and the other one will be streaming. So if you're here, just tell me, I'll do it. I'll remember. But yeah. B says, better than a wiki. Holy. Feel free to ask me anything in Tower Fantasy related in the server piece. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I have but one name that we could go raid. A person who we've raided before, apparently, named Jaime Hime. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm very flawed. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your night. Please go tell this person that's nothing but lovely. I believe we've rated them before because I'm following them, so I feel like I've had to have done this. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go get after it, exercise, etc. Enjoy the rest of your night, and goodbye, my friends.